Ready? So last class, what we have discussed? Shamila, good morning. Good morning, beta. Good morning, Suresh, Anvi, Kritika. Come on, give me attendance as fast as possible. Good morning, Ashvika. Anvi, good morning. Okay, beta. Let's start. Jasmita. हाँ beta, I'm teaching in school also. Now look here. Shall we start the class, please? चलो शुरू करते हैं. Now look here, beta. Colorful defect, color perceptions of animals. Last class we have discussed about color perception of animals. In that, some very important point we have exactly discussed. So in that point, first point what we have discussed is कि animals can see black and white. Correct. Some animals we have seen that they have a special type of color, what you called seeing capacity in a specific wavelength. I told the sun rays are having different type of wavelength range. One will be exactly ultra, infra, and what? Ultra, infra, and visible. So when we talk about alpha infra, at that particular moment, ultra and infra. Kavya, good morning. Maya, good morning. Anvi, good morning. Jasmita, Ashvika, Kritika, Suresh, Jasmita, Sharmila. Good morning, everyone. Ultra, infra, and visible. Absolutely correct, beta. So, ultra, infra, and visible. Now, in that, now one thing we have learned that if we talk about bees can see in which wavelength? Ultra. We are unable to see in that wavelength. We are unable to see in that wavelength. Ultra. Correct, na? So what is exactly called as, so we are, what you call, when we are talking about bees, children, please listen very carefully. We when we are talking about bees, we saw that they are sensitive to ultraviolet, but we are not sensitive to ultraviolet. Understand or not? We are exactly seeing the things in which range? Visible range. We are seeing things in which range? Visible range. After that, human being cannot be seeing in the ultraviolet sensitive. Second one, chicks we were talking about, understood. So chicks are exactly very, very sensitive. They can exactly seeing what in bright light only they can see. So morning till night, means after sunset, they are not exactly awake. They are sleeping after that. So visual impairment after we have understood. What is the meaning of visual? Vishwa, good morning, beta. So we are seeing things in visible range. Absolutely correct, Kavya. After that visual impairment we have learned. What is the meaning of visual impairment? Visual impairment means कि when there is a problem in some of the sections for vision, that is exactly called as what, beta? Visual impairment. Mahalakshmi, good morning. That is considered as what, beta? Visual impairment. So if somebody will ask you that what and all problems can come, then you can say that many problems are there that can lead to defect in vision. Okay, many problems are there that can lead to defect in vision. So some problems what and all are there is like if retina will be exactly having defect, correct now? So retina defect means yellow spot is there, blind spot is there, choroid is there. So different sections are there in eye, which is exactly aqueous humor is there. But if aqueous humor amount will become less, What if vitreous humor amount will become less? What if Satya, good morning, beta? What if vitreous amount will become less? Understood not? So if little bit defect in the lens will come, lens will become hazy. Now, if lens is transparent, then only light is entering nicely, na? So if lens will become hazy, so there are certain different type of defects. If it will come automatically, that particular moment, what will happen, beta? This will be exactly what? This will be defect in vision. What it will become? Defect in vision. And that time it will be considered as a visual impairment. Got it? So here nerve damage, any different type of damage. Okay. Now we are going to go specifically into one topic, defect in vision. Absolutely correct. Still I am not getting the name. Ashish is not here. Ashish name I have not got. Sophia, good morning. Maha is there. Anu is not here. Now better look here. So in bright light, the iris contract the pupil, so less light enters. Absolutely correct. Last class, we were having problem in understanding this part, beta. Good morning, Ninja. Good morning, beta. So now listen. So when we were discussing about this part, we were having some confusion. So today we are going to clear out this confusion beta. What is that part is ki what happens when we enter a dim light room from a bright light room. So what will be exactly suddenly from a bright light, just like right now we are talking about, understood? Suddenly all the lights will be exactly gone, means power off. Understood? Suddenly what will happen? This room will become dark. Right now, this much brightness this room will happen. Oh, sorry, this room is having. So now suddenly how iris and pupil will respond at that particular moment. Understood? So suddenly if the power is exactly cut at that particular moment, how the light will be exactly gone means how your eyes will be responding. Let's see. So here in bright light the iris contracts the pupil. Iris is doing what? Contracting the pupil. Iris is contracting the pupil. Understood? So less light enters the eye. How much amount of light is entering? More light is entering or less light is entering, beta? Less amount of light is entering. Understood? So when we move to dim light room, the iris, good morning, beta. Good morning, Parani. Come, beta. Come, 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 come. Dhanushya, good morning, beta. Nice to see you, Dhanushya. Morning. Tarun, good morning, beta. Come on, my children are here. So happy to see all are very attentive, learning. Good morning, everyone. Now listen, beta. So now we are understanding this part, and this is very important to understand. Correct now? So we were discussing Vishwa. So there are two Vishwa. First Vishwa is in room, home, talking to me. Second Vishwa here. Both the Vishwas are here. Now look here, beta. So in bright light, the iris contract the pupil. Iris is doing what, beta? Contracting the pupil. Why? Because in bright light, iris is relaxing, so light enter. Now yes, beta, Maha, I am discussing that part. Thank you so much, Maha. So here you need to understand one thing, that and bright light, iris work is to reduce the size of pupil. Iris work is to what, beta? It will reduce the size of the pupil so that less amount of light can enter. Why? Because more amount of light entering in bright room may damage the lens. May damage the lens. So how much is needed? That much light will be entering, and that's a good sign only. Correct? Na? It's a good sign only. Okay. So now we are going to talk about. So here, so iris takes time to expand the pupil, allowing more light to enter, making object visual. So now visible. So when we move to a dim light room, the iris takes time to expand the pupil. Iris takes time to expand the pupil. Understand or not? So why iris is taking? Suddenly where power cut is there, or suddenly you wake up in a dark room. Okay. When you are sleeping in room, na beta, what happens? Actually, when you are sleeping in room and suddenly room is dark. Understood or not? So you were studying night. Suddenly what happened? Your bulb was on. Your father came. He switched it off. Now you are exactly in a dark room. Suddenly when you wake up, what you will be able to do? Nothing. Understood? Because the iris will be exactly taking time to expand the pupil. And when the pupil is expanded, then more light will come. Understood? That time from window or some from outer source, whatever light is coming, like street light, window light is there now. From there, whatever light will come, it will exactly try to expand the pupil so that more light can enter at that particular moment. So that how much light? More light can enter at that particular moment. Understood? So iris is expanding or contracting the size of pupil. Iris is expanding and contracting the size of pupil. Come on children, get ready. Iris is contracting and expanding the size of pupil. So who is expanding and contracting the size of pupil? Iris. Understood? So pupil is what? Pupil is just a hole, which is exactly hole means an open area which is allowing the light to enter. Understood? Already understood this part, beta? Now we will go for the next, accommodation of an eye. Now we are going to talk about accommodation of an eye, how an eye. So lens formula, I hope everybody might be knowing, correct na? So, but our eye is what, beta? Our eye is lens only, correct na? So natural lens. And last time we have learned about that iris controls the size of the pupil. Absolutely correct, beta. Now accommodation of an eye means the lens will be becoming thick and thin. The focal length of the lens is changing. The focal length of the lens is changing. For seeing the far off object and nearby object, the focal length keeps on changing, and the adjustment is done so that you can see nearby object also and far off object. Done na? Because we know na ki if you are standing on a terrace and your dog is playing with you, so one time you are seeing the dog also, and one time you are seeing the last tree, and near the last tree some train is crossing. Understand not? So if you will be exactly living near the railway station and some sound is coming, suddenly you will get interested to see that side, correct na? And you are seeing the train is crossing. So at that particular moment, what will happen? Good morning, Rajendra. So I hope you might have understood na beta. So that particular moment, what is happening beta? You are exactly going towards that attractive part and you are seeing that, okay, something is crossing. Got it? But you will not be able to have so much clear picture image because it is very, very far. So what your eye is doing? Your eye is adjusting the focal length. Your eye is okay. Insta ID beta. Ameya learning only is there. Ameya learning open है, कोई भी देख सकता है, check करो. Okay. Now beta look here. So a normal eye can see the near and far off object clearly if sharp image of this object are formed. What we have to make is sharp image. You might be seeing in camera also beta. Camera you will be seeing that doing focus na. So where they are doing focus, you will be able to have a sharp image. You will be able to have what beta? Sharp image. Now on the retina. So since the distance between the eye lens and retina is fixed. Yes, distance between eye lens and retina is fixed. It's not changing. You need to remember this part. Distance between eye lens and retina is fixed. So if somebody will be asking you, this is the lens and this is the lens and this is the retina part. So this distance is fixed. Got it? Between the lens and the retina, the distance is exactly fixed. So V is constant here. What is constant here, beta? V is constant. Always remember this. So to see the object different position from the eye lens, the focal length of the lens has to be changed accordingly to form sharp image of the object. Usually what is happening is object is changing its location. So we are doing what? Image is exactly changing, correct na? So when we are talking about the focal length is fixed. For lens what we are perceiving, the focal length is fixed, correct na? Focal length is fixed and we are exactly changing the object location. Change in object location is changing the image location. Usually we do like that. Okay. So when a lens we are keeping, the lens is exactly doing what beta? The lens is exactly having a fixed focal length, and because the lens is not changing its focal length now, so it is having a fixed focal length. In that situation what we are doing, so I am discussing this part. So this lens is there, now its focal length is fixed. Okay. Now, usually what we are doing is we are keeping object in different location. So when we are keeping object in different location, image location is exactly changing. Got it? But here in eye, one different thing is there that okay, the distance between the lens and retina is fixed. So this distance is fixed. So once the distance is fixed, what will happen, beta? हाँ बना लो बेटा. इंस्टाग्राम पे ग्रुप बना लो, क्लास भी लिख दो और एक काम करो ना, अपना फ़ोन नंबर ड्रॉप कर दो. मेरी जो मैनेजर है ना वो तुमसे कांटेक्ट कर लेगी. जो भी मदद हो पाएगा मैं अपने तरफ से पूरा करूँगी. कौन सा सब्जेक्ट है, देखो 11th और 12th का मैथ्स है. जो भी तुमको मेरे से पूछना है मैथ्स में मैं 100% कॉपरेट करूँगी. क्वेश्चंस भी ड्रॉप कर दूँगी उसमें, ठीक है. 9th 10th का मैथ्स है, साइंस है, तो जो भी जहाँ पे भी मेरे से हो पाएगा मैं 100% कॉपरेट करूँगी. तो तुम अपना नंबर ड्रॉप कर दो या फिर मेरी मैनेजर नंबर भेजती है ग्रुप में, तो वो उससे भी तुम अगर कांटेक्ट करोगे तो उस नंबर से. नहीं बेटा, फोकल लेंथ इज फिक्स्ड. So, Ranjit, focal length is fixed. So here focal length is not fixed. For eye, is focal length fixed? No. For eye, focal length is not fixed. Focal length keeps on changing. Understood? So कौन सा मटेरियल चाहिए, कौन सा टॉपिक का चाहिए, वो सारा मुझसे पूछ लेना एक बार बता देना मुझे. Now look here, beta. So this is 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. This is the lens formula only na beta. So what we are going to understand here is कि fix क्या है. पहले ये बताओ. Miss, what is fixed here? U, V and F. Which one is fixed? V. Usually what is used to be fixed? F. Focal length. Correct na? So for lens what we are seeing is F is fixed. But here what is fixed? Come on children. Come on. Good morning. Very good. Usually what is fixed is V. But now here what is fixed is? Usually F is fixed. And here what is fixed is V. Understood? Means the distance between V and U is not fixed because U keeps on changing now. Here focal length is changing, beta. Maha. Here focal length is changing. Maya, absolutely correct. I am watching all the names of the students who and all are answered. Today, where is Aswita? Aswita answer did not came till now. Now look here, beta. This girl has made a special place because of her answers. Now look here. Come on. Can we go back to the next work, beta? Now, the object to be seen is far off. If the object is seen is far off. Now take out your note and just scribble. Yes, Aswita, just now I was talking about you. Now look here, beta. Some children are there, they by their answers, by their way of answers, by their way of delivering things, they are making special place in the brain of the mentors. Understood? Where is Vishwa? Vishwa, good morning, beta. Tarun, Sai, Maya. Still now I'm not seeing one person and that name is Ashish. Ready, beta? Huh? So now look here. So if the object to be seen is far off, one by one. So that means what far off object, what we are perceiving, good morning, Vishwa. Far off object, what we are perceiving is infinity. Infinity. Okay. So like very last corner of the road or somewhere when you are standing on terrace or very far off things, like in your classroom itself. Understood? The corner of the classroom, corner of the wall, we are going to perceive it as infinity. Okay. And we have to see that object. So from here you are checking one corner, you used to keep your book there. Okay, now here you are seeing my book is there or not. So now in that condition, what and all things will happen, let's see. So we are taking it as what, beta? At infinity, correct, Maha? So it is infinity. Then the sharp image of this object can be formed on the retina of the eye by increasing the focal length. Yes. What they will increase? Focal length. To see the far off object, which has to be increased? Focal length. To get the sharp image. Note down. This is the only conclusion part. Note down in your note. Wherever you are writing, you write to see the far off object. Understood or not? What we have to increase? Focal length. Understood? So convergence will be reduced. So to see the far off object, we have to increase what beta? Focal length. To see the far off object, what we have to increase? Focal length. Understood? Simple. To see the far off object, what we have to increase, children? Focal length. Again and again I am repeating so that you can get it. Okay, so to see the far off, the sharp image of the object can be formed on the retina of the eye by increasing the focal length of the eye lens. So if you increase the focal length of the eye lens, understood or not, then you can see the far off object. We are doing sharpening it and trying to see it. For that, what we have to increase, beta? Focal length. Which one? What we have to increase? Focal length. Understood? So now we will go for the next one. The focal length of the lens increases if its thickness decreases. Very, very important point. How to increase the focal length? By decreasing its thickness. So what we are going to write? Far off object. Now I have to see far off object. To see this far off object, what we need to do? We have to increase focal length. We have to sharpen the, understood, sharpen the image. For sharpening the image, absolutely correct. Come on, come on, come on, start answering. I'm watching your answers. Please kindly check. So for sharpening the image, what actually we are doing, beta? For sharpening the image, focal length has to increase. And how we can get the focal, how we can increase the focal length? By decreasing its thickness. And you know what, beta? You are not decreasing or increasing the thickness. It's the lens itself is doing it, automatic. Beta, sophisticated cameras and all are there, but your eye camera is better than any sophisticated camera. If it is working properly, means you can have every second you are doing now. So right now you are watching me. Think one time you are watching me, and particularly same time you are watching the backside of the screen also, correct now? So you are having two type, miss, your eyes are not, your eyes are focused on me, but little bit they are seeing the backside also, correct now? And backside, when you are trying to read the backside wall, what is exactly done is it is sharpening backside, it is sharpening on me. Understood not? So the image is getting sharpened for both me and backside. Understood? Alfred, good morning, beta. Got it? So that is what the most important thing is, beta. So the focal length of the lens is increased by decreasing its thickness. Focal length increase by decreasing its what, beta? Thickness. Understood? So to decrease the thickness of the eye lens and hence increase its focal length, ciliary muscles are completely relaxed. So here, first thing, focal length increase. How? Decreasing the thickness. And decreasing the thickness means what, beta? Ciliary muscles. Understood? So ciliary muscles will be relaxed. Come on, note down everything, children. Ciliary muscles will be relaxed. So ciliary muscles have to be what, beta? Relaxed. So ciliary muscles will be relaxed. Ciliary muscles is going to be relaxed. Got it? Ciliary muscles is going to be relaxed. Absolutely correct, beta. Come on, start typing the answers and sending. Ciliary muscles will be relaxed. Focal length will be increased. Thickness will be reduced. Focal length will be what, beta? Focal length is what? Yes. Got it? So now next part is now the parallel beam of light coming from the far off object focused on the retina, and hence the object is seen clearly. Understood? So hence the object is seen clearly. The object is, thank you so much, beta. So the object is seen clearly. The object is seen clearly. So now you need to understand that ciliary muscles, suspensory ligament, focal length. Understood or not? So ciliary muscles has to be what beta? Relaxed. So when ciliary muscles will be relaxed, what will happen? Thickness of the focal length will be C. So here 2-3 things connectivity is there. So can we talk about the connectivity? Focal length thickness will reduce when ciliary muscles are relaxed. So when the ciliary muscles are relaxed, suspensory ligament. I told you na that lens is exactly connected with what and all things. Can you check this part better? So this is exactly the lens. This is suspensory ligament and it is exactly connected to ciliary muscles. Suspensory C, S, understood, and L. So ciliary muscles, suspensory ligament, and this is the lens. Got it? So ciliary muscles will be doing what beta? It is relaxed. Got it? Now this, if ciliary muscle is relaxed, this one will be contracted. Done? So if ciliary muscle is relaxed, suspensory ligament is contracted. And suspensory ligament contracted means focal length, thickness of the lens will be reduced. Thickness will reduce. Thickness reduced means focal length. Come on, draw this and note down, children. One time itself. For what? Far off object. To see far off object. Did you understood? So what in all connections? Ciliary muscles will relax. Suspensory ligaments will contract. Lens will become thin. Focal length will be increased. Focal length will increase by reducing the thickness. That's it. Focal length will be released. Thank you so much, beta. Now look here. So focal length will be exactly released. I hope you might have understood this part. See, this is a clear-cut concept. This is a clear-cut concept, and here nothing, no extra addition or subtraction is needed. You need to just go with the pace. So what and all is there? Can we repeat one more time, beta? To see far off object, ciliary muscles has to be relaxed. Suspensory ligament will be contracted. So if suspensory ligament is contracted, lens thickness will reduce. And lens thickness reduction means focal length will increase. And it will sharpen the object image. And you can have a vision of far off object. It will do what beta? It will sharpen the object image. I hope everybody understood. Come on, children, quickly say how many of you are having doubt and how many of you have understood. Come on, come on, come on. Quickly say, beta. Quickly. Understood? Doubt is there? Here, children are having doubt or not? No. So, online children, everybody clear? If you have understood, just say yes, understood. Very good. Kavya, Tarun. Come on, come on, come on. Say fast. Understood. Yes. Give me thumbs up. Sophia, yes. Samila, yes. Absolutely, beta. Absolutely. Super. Bless you all. Ranjit, super. Where is Danu? Danu, are you there? So now look here. Vishwa, hey, boss. Kritika, Maha, Maya. I hope everybody understood now, beta. So now we will go for the next part. So today first material will be dropped and now material will be given personally. Okay. So all the students, your name should be there in the group and you will be receiving the material personally in your own number. Got it? We will not be sending the material in the group. Material will be given personally to the students. And based on your need and your understanding, extra materials also I will be give. Mohammed, good morning, beta. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure, beta. I'll try my level best to give you all the best. Okay. So now let's see. Got it? From infinity coming, ciliary muscles are relaxed, suspensory ligaments are contracted, lens is exactly thinner, focal length is increased, and the image is exactly forming where beta? Retina. Okay? Will take time, but we will understand the best. Strawberry, good morning, beta. Now look here, beta. So if the object to be seen is close to the eye, now we need to understand here convergence is one of the most important thing, beta. So object is seen, object, you have to now see the nearby object. Just now you are taking a book and reading it. You are taking a book and trying to read it. That minute what we are doing actually, correct now? That minute what we are doing, let's see this part, beta. So one by one we will discuss, not in hurry burry. Book is here. Practice beta. Good morning. Now look here, beta. So nearby 25 centimeter. That's absolutely correct, beta. Super. So Maha has told that nearby point is 25 centimeter. So below 25 centimeter, you will keep book very near to your eye. Then you will be able to see the object. No, you will not be. Blur vision will be there. Correct now. So clarity will come when you will keep the object near. Not it will not come. So many of the students, they are trying to keep the book very near and try to read. It is not going to come, beta. You will have a blur vision. Understand not? So where is the perfect point is 25 centimeter plus or minus 25 centimeter. So image will be blurred. Absolutely correct. Where is Ashwita? So if the object to be seen is close to the eye, the object is seen is very close to the eye, near the eye, then the sharp image of the object can be formed on the retina of the eye by decreasing the focal length. In previous case, what we did, beta? We increased the focal length. Here, what we are doing? Decreasing the focal length. So, how we can decrease the focal length? By increasing the thickness. By increasing the thickness. Understood? Thus, to increase the thickness of the eye lens and hence to decrease this focal length, ciliary muscles has to be contracted. Now, the beam of light coming from the near object is focused to the lens. To via retina, it will be falling. Is the object is seen clearly. So, now let's see. The object is seen clearly for the nearby object. What is the distance, beta? 25 centimeter. What is the distance? 25 centimeter. Conclusion. Thus, we observe that focal length of the eye lens is adjusted automatically. Understood? So, focal length is adjusting what beta? Yes, beta. Ashwita. Contraction of ciliary muscles. Absolutely correct. So, now are we ready for a conclusion? Are we ready for a conclusion? Let's draw a final conclusion. Let's draw a final conclusion to see far off object and nearby object. Understood? First work. Ciliary muscles. See, I am writing in short. Ciliary muscles is relaxed. Here, ciliary muscles is contracted. Here C stands for ciliary muscles. Understood? Now suspensory ligament. Contracted. Ciliary suspensory ligament relaxed. Okay? Thickness decreased. Thickness of lens. Here thickness of lens increased. Here focal length increased. Here focal length. Understood? So one more word is there, that is called as beta convergence. So here convergence will be exactly increased. So you can have a nearby vision. The object, nearby object you can see very clearly. Correct na beta? So nearby object you can see very clearly. Absolutely. I am seeing, where is Danushri? Good morning, Danu. Papa, respond to me first. I hope everybody understood na beta. How is the class? You are learning nicely. Far off object, nearby object. So what is adjusted beta? Focal length is adjusted. Usually we are not adjusting focal length of the lens. Understood? The length thickness is fixed. The length, see, the camera, whatever we are making, our camera is not that much sophisticated to exactly what you call increase or decrease the focal length. Understood or not? So our eye lens is so sophisticated than any camera we can make. Understood? And it is exactly not only having one thing. See, camera got angry. It is giving a blur vision. Super. Sorry, camera. Camera is very sophisticated. Okay, but I am talking to you now. The camera got blurred. Just now I was talking about camera. Did you understood, beta? So cameras, see, your eye is just like a very sophisticated camera, and in that, beta, what we are seeing here is we are seeing that it is adjusting. It is adjusting what, beta? It is adjusting the focal length to see nearby object and far off object. So only na, in camera, if you want to take a photo, live images you are taking, you might be seeing that the camera is taking some little gaps, correct na? And then you are doing what? You are adjusting the image, and then you are making a final, what you call, picture. So that things are there. I hope it is clear. Is it clear, beta? So what we have learned, so ciliary muscles. So our conclusion is very, very defined. Ciliary muscles have to sharp image, this already we know. So this process is known as accommodation of eye. This process is known as accommodation of eye. So this is exactly called as what, beta? Accommodation of eye. If you want, you can note down. So to see the far off object and nearby object, focal length have to be changed, and change in focal length is caused due to ciliary muscles. Who is doing this? Ciliary muscles. And this ciliary muscles accommodation, this ciliary muscle adjustment is called as what, beta? Accommodation of an eye. It is called as what, beta? It is known as what? Accommodation of eye. Tarun, Sai, did you understood, beta? Maya understood accommodation of eye. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is called as what, beta? Accommodation of eye. What it is called as? Accommodation of eye. Again and again I am repeating, beta. Accommodation of eye. How is the class? We are learning. Slowly we are pacing it, and slowly. So extra classes also we are going to study Saturday, Sunday, but don't worry. So that videos are recorded. Okay. So we will be exactly going for revision part. So materials will be given specifically to your name. So when you are exactly giving name to the manager or the team, you do only one work, give your name also. Okay. If you are saying your name means, for us it is Jotam name is there already, Sarna name is there, your name is there. So new children, Porani name is there. So you, both three of you now, give your name and give your information, so that materials will keep on sending to you. Okay. So that materials will be very easy. Got it? And you will be getting the access very simply to the understanding sections. So now shall we go for the next one, beta? This is called as accommodation of eye. What it is called as? Accommodation of eye. You won't be able to transfer that. That's the most important thing. Now look here. So now we are going to understand, this part is done, the previous part is done, Vishwa. Vishwa, previous part is done, beta. Yes, super. Very good, ma'am. Now look here, beta. Satya, very good. So now, beta, we are going to talk about conclusion already we have drawn. Now we are going to talk about least distance of distinct vision of normal eye of different age groups. Babies can see near till 7 centimeter. They are the boss babies, huh? So they can see near 7. So if you keep, see, you might be seeing that for baby, if you will keep things very near, they'll do like this and they'll try to see. Understood or not? They'll be doing like this and they are going to trying to see that part, huh? So 7 centimeter. For adult, how much centimeter distance has to be maintained? 25. Understood? So person of age 55, it is 100 centimeter above. Why, beta? Because of age factor. So you will be seeing that the age people, now they'll be trying to adjust. They'll take the book or newspaper and they do like this and try to read. They do like this and try to read. The moment anybody now is trying to adjusting a book and trying to read, understand that that person is having eye defect. Are you understanding? So usually whenever you are keeping a book in your hand and doing reading like this, miss, okay, fine. But when you started adjusting the book, are you understanding? When you started adjusting the book to have a clear cut vision, or when you started adjusting your mobile to have a vision, that means what? It's a clear cut indication is something is not good. Understood? That means your vision is exactly disturbed. 25 centimeter. You children should be exactly seeing by how much centimeter? 25 centimeter. So that does not mean that you are bad or something, or your health is not good. You are not perfect. Nothing. It's just a slight defect. It's just a slight defect, and we cannot, what you call, we cannot force anyone or we cannot say anything because of that. Got it? So this is eye defect, absolutely. However, in our discussion, we are concerned with normal eye of an adult. So least distance, what we are going to discuss, 25 centimeter. Understood? So how, what is to see how I have made the note? Is it very tough? By reading itself, see, we have just taken the most important sections, correct na? By reading itself, we are getting the best perfect things. The full paras and something is not there. By seeing our note itself, this PDF itself, will it be easy to cover as fast as possible? Correct na? So we have to understand that nearby, absolutely. Now let's check power of accommodation of a normal eye. So when a normal eye, note down, take out, we'll practice this one. Come on. So power of accommodation of normal eye. Let's see this one. Specifically, we are going to take this one. So power of accommodation of normal eye. For a normal eye, the near point is 25 centimeter. What is the near point? 25 centimeter. So that much? 25 centimeter. U is equal to how much? 25 centimeter. Oh. Okay, fine. Now it is okay. U is equal to how much, beta? 25 centimeter. But beta, since it is in front of the lens, it will become minus. Yeah, it will be minus. Very good, Ovian. So it will be minus. The near point is 25 centimeter. Now the distance between retina to lens distance. So retina to lens distance. Retina to lens distance is taken how much, beta? 2.5 2.5 centimeter. Absolutely correct, Maha. Super. So retina to lens distance is how much, beta? 2.5 centimeter. How much is 2.5 centimeter? It is how much? 2.5 centimeter. Now, beta, what we will do here is we will try to use the lens formula to get focal length. What is the focal length coming here, beta? 11 by 25 centimeter. Now, power of accommodation is 1 by focal length. Power of accommodation is 1 by focal length. So because we have to see the accommodation now, so D is diopter, power of accommodation diopter, and here we have to convert everything in meter, and here it is answer is coming as how much? 44 diopter. Note down please, what is the 25 centimeter range? What should be power of accommodation? 24 diopter, 24, sorry, 44D. 44 diopter, that is 44D. Come on, go for it please. Note down this one. So in short, in for MCQ, if 44 is there, we are going to switch on to 44. Danushri. Yes, absolutely. So one time you solve it. A distance between retina and lens is how much? 2.5 centimeter. Distance between retina and lens is 2.5 centimeter. Focal length is coming how much, beta? 11 by 25. 1 by focal length. So focal length will be coming 25 by 11 centimeter. 25 by 11 centimeter. Because power of accommodation is 1 by, see, directly I have done here. So directly we have checked this part. So you know focal length 1 by F only. Power of accommodation is, sorry, power of accommodation is nothing but 1 by focal length. Correct now? Power of accommodation is what? 1 by focal length. So directly 1 by focal length is 11 by 25. So since it is 1 by centimeter, we have to convert centimeter into meter. What we have to convert? Centimeter into meter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. Got it? So here down is centimeter. So this centimeter will be equal to 1 by 100 meter. So this 100 will go up. So it will become 1100 by 25. And after solving, how much it is coming, beta? 44 diopter. How much it is coming, children? Huh? Where, beta? See, see, this is object distance. Object distance will be plus na beta after lens. U is, now look here, if you will be checking this one out,